Greetings once again from Lexington, Tennessee. Bill Sharp along with Steve Carnell as we're on site here as the Hardin County Tigers are facing the Lexington Red Tigers tonight on their home court in the play-in game of District 12 AAA TSSAA basketball tournament. I hope that you enjoyed the earlier game today where the Lady Tigers outlasted Chester County 53-38, and hopefully that can be carried on through tonight.
Well, good to see you again.
Yeah.
A lot better intro than we had in the girls' game.
At least you told me I was going to go.
Yeah, at least I warned you this time. Well, you were busy. I didn't want to bother you until right at the right time. But
you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I know. It should be a good game tonight. These two have split during the regular season. They won here by 3. I think we won at home by about 3.
Yep.
So.
Well, the first game was 54-51 for them, and then the second game was 42-38 in our favor. Now, I just noticed, and I hadn't thought about this until I just looked at it a minute ago, that Jackson Burdine injured himself in that first Lexington game.
Right.
And it was 3 weeks later before we played again, and that was the first game that Jackson came back, and he only scored, I think, maybe 6 points in that game.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that means. I do know that Jackson wasn't in full health when he came back, and I do know that he got injured the night that they played before. So does that play a factor in this? I don't know, but at least the Tigers could say that they won the last meeting.
Yeah, well, when we were here, if you remember, it came down to the wire. We actually had a shot attempt to tie it up right at the end. Coach Fitz did a really good job defensively in the timeout because what he did, he took Big Ballou, their 6'5", 6'6" guy, and put him on Jackson because they figured Jackson was going to be the one to take the shot. We still got it off, but it's a tough matchup. They're a good team. They got some size. Ballou's good. Davis is good.
Villatoro.
Yeah, they got some kids outside. Yeah, and so. It's a tough matchup, but it's been a really good series the last couple of years. And like I said, these last 2 games have been really good. And I think we're getting better and better, obviously, with the way we play. We won 3 out of the last 4, one of those being Northside.
Beginning to gel. We see Peyton Murphy back in the game, back in the mix, adding points to the scoreboard. Of course, Burdine's consistent play. Ian Stanley has played really well in the second half. And Corbin Smith had a banner week last week.
Yeah, Corbin has really come on. He's a big guy. Corbin's right around that 6'4", 6'5". He's a strong kid. He's not going to wow you with his leaping ability, but he's very physical inside, and he does a lot of good things. Last week on Sports Talk, Coach Geyer was talking a lot about Corbin. He said the one thing about Corbin is Corbin knows where to be on the floor. He's in the right place all the time. And he said he just seems to be, that type of kid. He gets a loose ball, gets a rebound, gets one tipped out, something like that. So he had, 17 or 18 at McNary. That was his season high.
Yeah, and Lamarion has been playing well consistently. His scoring has dropped a bit, but I believe it's because he's not very selfish. He looks for the open man.
Well, Jackson is back, and Lamarion was having to control a lot of the offense. He can do anything. He can play at any position that you need him to. And
we don't want to forget Jaden Davis.
No, not Jaden Davis at all.
He's had a really good season, and I think
– and Jacob Saunders, too, has been a huge part of what we've done. But
he came in late from an injury as well. So
Jaden needs to play good. We need him offensively. He can jump. He can do a lot of different things too, from the outside and inside, dribble, drive, penetration. But it's going to take maximum effort. We're here at their court. Everybody's trying to, play in tonight, and it brings more emphasis on these type games.
With all the marbles on the table, what else could it be? And, you go home if you don't win this, and I know it annoys you, but I think this is going to be real close at the end.
Yeah, well, I hope it is. I really like competitive games. regardless how, obviously I want us to win, but it's a whole lot more fun to watch. It's a whole lot more fun for us when they're competitive, and I don't see why tonight between these two teams, the rubber match, it wouldn't be any different.
No question about it. Well, we've got a minute or so before the game begins. Let's take a pause for a word from our sponsors. We'll come back with the introduction to the starting lineups right here from Lexington, Tennessee. It is time for the introduction of the starting lineups as Tigers. Did he say we are visitors or home?
We are visitors.
Okay, we're on a visit.
Yeah,
so
they're the higher seed because of the flip.
And we will be introduced first. Jackson Burdine, Jr., averaging 16.5 points a game. Lamarion White, a junior, 7 points a game. Clarence Saunders, or Jacob Saunders, and number 11, he's averaging 6 points a game. Jaden Davis, a junior, averaging 10.3 points a game. And Corbin Smith, a junior, and he's averaging 5 points a game. Head coach Ryan Geyer, assistant coach Nick Ritter, Todd McGee. Now for the Lexington Tigers, which I will refer to tonight as Lexington to avoid confusion. Jacob Davis, a senior, starting for Lexington. Daniel Villatoro, a senior. And Cameron Gordon, a junior. Donovan Ballou, a senior. And Grant Patterson, a senior. Head coach Jason Fitch.
You know, Bill, we've had kind of the recipe for Donovan Ballou. He's an outstanding offensive player for them and defensive player. I think he had 21 when we were here. He had, I think, around 11 at Hardin County. And the way Coach Geyer has played him, we've kind of kept him at bay. You're not going to shut him out, but we got to do that again tonight.
By comparison, Ballou is not that much taller than Davis as they're standing in center court. And those are the two jumpers. The tap's going to be controlled by Ballou. Goes back there to Gordon, back to Ballou. And now with it is Villatoro, who goes to Patterson on the right wing. Tigers in a 2-3 zone. Down low, they get it to Davis. Davis goes in the far corner on the right side to Patterson. Now back to Davis on the baseline. Out to Gordon. Now here's a long three that's up and no good.
That's all. It should be
and
ours.
It should be
yeah,
off of Lexington, but no, they're saying it's
they're going to say Lamar
Lexington basketball. So give it to Lexington on their own end. Shot for threes off, no good. Rebound taken down by White. Lamarion running to Davis on the right side for three. It's off, no good. Rebound Gordon for Lexington. Ballou across the timeline. Back to Villatoro. 7 minutes left to go here in the first period. No score. With it now is Patterson. Under to Davis. Right side to Gordon. Now to Davis again. And now Ballou underneath. Drives in. Slides in from the right side. Banks it home and puts the first deuce on the board. Lexington up 2-0. With it now is Davis. Over to Burdine. Jackson getting a little screen there from Corbin. Now it goes underneath to White. White tries to drive down along the baseline underneath the basket, and he carries the basketball. Call him for the floor mistake, and Lexington has a 2-point lead and the basketball. So Villatoro goes right side to Patterson. Down to Ballou on the baseline. He'll drive in from right to left, try to force it under to Davis, and it gets knocked out of bounds. Touched last by the Tigers. Give it to Lexington. Inbound now, Villatoro tries a three, and he stripped that one. Villatoro made a believer out of the Tiger defenders there, and it's 5-0 Lexington. Burdine guarded closely by Davis. Bodied up. It's a man-to-man run by Lexington right now. Burdine goes in the paint, stops inside the free throw line and gets it back out to Davis. Jaden, left wing underneath to Smith. Corbin rolls right, rolls left. Now he's looking for, and he gets called for a travel as he jockeyed around trying to shake Ballou underneath and got called for the floor mistake. Now Villatoro will bring it down. Go on the right wing to Patterson. Back to Villatoro. Now under to Davis. He goes under. Layup won't go. Rebound Corbin Smith. Now out to Burdine. Burdine stops. Head fakes. Goes to Davis. Davis goes in the paint. Puts up an 8-foot floater. It's off no good, but he's going to go to the line.
That's a good move by Jaden getting in there. He kind of skied over him. They got him on the wrist. So.
That's on Patterson, his first, and to the line goes.
Golly.
Shaden, the first shot is off, no good. I told you about that.
Well, we need all the free points we can get.
He got the second one. I guess he heard you. Yeah. Anyway, so Tigers are on the board now. They trail 5-1. They get it to Villatoro across the line down to Gordon. Back to Villatoro. He's in the corner, guarded closely there by Saunders. Now on the right wing to Villatoro. Outside to Patterson. Wants the three, decides not to. In the corner, here's a three that's up and no good by Davis. Ballou on the rebound. Will push it back outside. Here's a three that's off and no good by Gordon. And he gets his own rebound way out near center court. Now Villatoro has it, left wing to Patterson. Tigers still in the zone. The pass underneath now. And around to Patterson. He takes a 15-foot jumper. Missed it. Smith with the rebound. Out that pass to Saunders. Tigers running. Saunders slows up on the left wing. Gives to White. Now to Burdine. Burdine takes a screen from Smith. Goes right side to Davis. Davis behind the back dribble. Slapped away by Davis, however. And he'll take it down and score as Jacob Davis took Jaden Davis's slight dribbling error there. And
too many behind the backs right there at that point. But, Bill, one thing we can't afford to do is what we've done the last 3 times is come up empty, on the offensive side.
Saunders got the foul, and Davis got the 3-point play. That is Jacob Davis. So it's 8-1 now. To Burdine on the right side, guarded by Davis. He'll almost dribble it out of bounds. Gets in trouble in the corner. Gets it outside down to White. White goes under, puts it off the glass. He scores, but they call him for traveling before the shot.
Well, he got mugged about 3 times. I mean, just absolutely just swallowed up.
It was
No call.
definitely physical. So Villatoro will dribble across the timeline. Tigers down by 7, needing to play some defense right here to go to Ballou on the baseline. He tries to get loose, gets underneath, beats Smith to the basket. Corbin couldn't check him, and he's going to pick up another deuce. Ballou underneath is a problem right now. The Tigers are down by 9. Burdine now to White, to Davis. Davis stops. Gets it over to Murphy on the left wing. Now to Burdine. Burdine stops in the circle to Jaden. Underneath goes to Smith, and it's going to be knocked away. I first thought it might be out on Corbin, but they're saying it's Tiger basketball. Give it to Hardin County on the baseline. 2:56 left to go in the first. It's 10-1. In comes Stanley, and out comes Corbin. Now Ean on the inbounds. Outside now to Murphy. Murphy for 3. No. Rebound picked up there by Ballou. Outlet pass down, it's tapped away, and Murphy's going to end up with the basketball. He's moving back into the forecourt. To Davis. Davis drives in, splits a double team, and scores. Nice move. So Davis gets our first shot from the floor that went, and it's 10-3. Now in the corner they go to Villatoro. Here's a lob underneath and a shot by Marquand Talley, who's checked in for Lexington. He gets 2, and now it's 12-3. Burdine covered up by Jacob Davis. Gets it over now to Murphy. Murphy to Stanley on the left wing. Stanley drives in the lane. Flips it out on the right side now to Murphy, and now to White. White goes in the corner to Stanley for a 3.
Yeah,
and we're going to have a ball perched up on top.
Well, we hadn't seen that this year. Yeah.
Perched up on top of the backboard, and they're going to chase down a basketball and knock it down. I don't even think you could reach that one, Steve.
No, I don't even know. Well, I wouldn't climb that high, really.
I wouldn't get on a ladder.
Yeah, that's what I was.
But it ends up turnover for the Tigers. And Lexington comes down with a 9-point lead. They get it over in the corner to Patterson. Patterson out to Villatoro. Down on the baseline to Talley. Talley out now to Patterson again. Out the head of the key. In the corner is a 3. It's out. No good. White, I thought, fouled by Patterson from behind. And indeed, that's what the call is going to be.
Well,
that's 2.
I mean, they're letting them do it on both ends. You can't complain about it, but it is physical. It's been a physical first quarter, for sure.
So, Jaden checks out for the Tigers. Back into the game comes Jacob Saunders. And White will dribble down with Burdine to his left. Burdine goes to the right side, puts up a 3. Off, no good. Rebound, Patterson. Patterson comes out dribbling. Lobs it down to Davis. Davis drives baseline. Jumper won't go. Rebound, Patterson. He'll get his own rebound in the corner. Now, off and from the side. Rebound taken down by White. White running. On the side to Murphy, now to Burdine. He's about 15 degrees off to the right from the backboard. Just outside three-point land. Now, White has it to Stanley. To Saunders. Drives in, splits a double team. Goes in for the shot, and you heard the crowd react as Grant Patterson blocked the shot. It's going to go out of bounds off of Patterson, and the Tigers will get it back, but it was kind of a shot in the arm to Lexington. Now here's an inbound as Burdine goes to Smith. Now out to Burdine at the head of the key. Stops. 8-foot jumper. Won't go. Smith is going in the corner and fighting it out there with Cox, who's in. Check, that's Pearson. And it's out of bounds. Going to give it to Lexington. So 6 seconds, 5 seconds left in the quarter. The ball is going to be knocked out of bounds on the left side. And it will be Lexington's ball with 3.4 seconds left to go in the first period. Tigers trail 12-3. Here's a shot at the buzzer. It's off, no good, and that's the end of the first period. Hardin County falling behind 12-3, but we've got 3 more to play, so let's come back after this 1-minute timeout. Accentuate getting the ball to Burdine and keeping the ball away as much as possible from Ballou. Tigers have it to begin the second period. Then they go to Murphy for 3. Short. Rebound taken down by Davis outside. Now Burdine for 3 on the right. So Jackson Burdine starts the second quarter off all right, and it's 12-6. Now Gordon goes to Villatoro on the right side. In underneath, now under, and a driving shot up and no good by Pearson. Rebound White. He comes out dribbling. It's to Davis at midcourt. Davis darts to his left, goes over to Burdine, giving the 3 instead. Goes into the circle and gives it to Murphy for 3. So Peyton Murphy comes alive from the 3-point circle. And it's a 12-9 ball game. That is different.
Yeah, that's a good start here in the second quarter because we were dead offensively.
So Lexington working outside. They get it over to Villatoro. Now to Davis. Davis traveled. So good call by the official. And
Blue back in the game. He didn't stay out long.
Burdine will bring it down for the Tigers now. 6:45 left to go in the second. It's 12-9 Lexington for the moment. Smith comes up high, takes it at head of the key, gets to Burdine. Right side down to White. White drives down, stops baseline. Passes out to Burdine for 3, missed it. White with the rebound. Back to Burdine. Burdine has it on the right side to Davis. The long 3. No. Saved in by Smith, and he hits the deck hard. Rolls up against the padding at the end. I think he's all right.
You can't hurt him.
He took a heck of a spill there.
Better check the floor.
Will be Lexington's basketball in the backcourt. 6:09 left to go in the second. Tigers down 12-9. Right side to Jacob Davis for Lexington. Now over to Cameron Gordon. There's a steal by Burdine. He's trying to outrun the pack. He gets down and scores. So Jackson Burdine doing exactly what we wanted, coming alive here in the second period, and we have a 1-point ball game. Villatoro now on the baseline. Out to Gordon. Now here's a shot for 3 in the corner. Is up and good by Marquand Talley. And it's a 4-point game. White across the timeline to Burdine on the right wing. Bounce pass in now to Smith. He'll go one-on-one with Ballou. Turnaround jumper off the back rim. No. Rebound, Talley. Now out to Villatoro. To Gordon. Back to Villatoro on the right wing. Under, and Talley goes up high and banks one home. Comes in off the bench and has become a factor here with 7 points. Now to Davis on the other end. Jaden in the paint, puts up the jumper. It's off. No good, but a whistle and a foul will send Jaden Davis to the line. Foul's going to be on Gordon, his first. And that's the first team, only the third team foul in the game. As Davis hits the first free throw. Smith checks out. Stanley checks out. Or Stanley checks in. Let's get it right. Murphy checks out, and in comes Saunders. As Davis, Jaden Davis, hits 2 successive free throws. He's got 5 now, and it's 17-13. Tigers down by 4. Gordon goes in the corner now. Gets it to Talley. Talley out to Davis. Davis inside the Blue. Blue goes up for the shot. Partially blocked by Davis. Loose ball picked up by White. White gets under to Saunders, but overthrows him. Saunders had a step, and White just threw it a little bit too high and too hard.
Well, he's fast. That's probably what he's thinking, but he's.
Yeah. So Lexington will gather their 4-point lead, come down the floor here with 4:11 left to go in the first quarter. To Blue down on the baseline. Back outside to Jacob Davis. Feigns a 3. Decides not, and then waits and lets it go. It's off, loose in the corner, saved by Saunders. Saunders to White. White and the Tigers on the offensive end now. Saunders to Davis. He'll start at the head of the key. Get it out to Burdine, who is just out on the right. He backs up toward midcourt. Goes down in the corner to Stanley. And gets it back over to Jaden. Now to Saunders. Now to Stanley again, this time in the circle to Davis. 3:24 left here in the second. Tigers down by 4. Here's a loose ball batted away by Villatoro, and he and Saunders will battle it out, and finally goes out of bounds up against the scorer's table. Touched last by Lexington. Give it to Hardin County right at midcourt. Saunders inbound pass to Burdine is successful, and the Tigers set up shot with 3:13 left to go. Burdine drives in, skips and jumps and scores off the glass and picks up 2 more. He now has 7. And Lexington brings it down now, down by 2. In the corner they go. Tally for 3. A little bit too hard. Rebound. However, all by himself, Cameron Gordon picked up the loose ball and put it up and in.
Lost him
on
defensively.
19-15 now. Tigers down by 4. Murphy goes through the lane. On the dribble, gets it over to White. White reverse pivots, goes in the lane. Fadeaway jumper, got it. And he's fouled.
Good strong move by Lamarian. Got the roll.
Fouls on Tally. Lamarian gets his first 2 points on the night, but he'll get a chance to add to that from the charity stripe. Smith checks in. Murphy checks out. Stanley checks out, and Davis is back in. Getting breathers here. White's free throw is off, no good. Rebound, Villatoro. On the left side, they go to Ballou. Ballou looks to Davis. Now outside to Pearson. To Davis. There's Tally for 3 from the right side. No good. Davis with the rebound. Comes out. Quick shot pass across the center line to White. White now to
nice
Ballou.
Get in there.
No! As going in for the shot was Saunders. It rolled, sat there, and just would not move, and finally fell off. Lexington has the rebound. They're coming back down the floor. They go to Tally in the corner with 1:50 remaining. The ball gets knocked out of bounds. Tigers trailing by 2, had 2 in the net there. They just would not fall.
Man, it was such a pretty move,
and
too.
A great move. Now, Villatoro was dribbling outside with 1:42 left to go in the first half. On the right side now under the blue, batted away by Davis, picked up by Burdine. Burdine running in the forecourt. Backs into Davis on the dribble and goes back outside to Jaden Davis. Now to Saunders. Saunders stops on the right, goes to Davis. Davis gets a pick from Smith, crosses the lane right to left. Now back to Saunders. Saunders out to Davis. Underneath to Smith. Smith goes under, puts the shot up. No. Got his rebound, stuck it back up and in. Great play by Corbin Smith.
He's battling in there. It's tough inside, I can tell you right now.
And it's a brand new ball game. 19 all.
Better bring your hard hat to this game.
On the left wing, that is Pearson. Outside to Davis. Villatoro on the right, back to Davis in the middle. Villatoro under the blue. He's standing about 10 feet to the right of the basket, almost on the baseline. Driving in the lane and throwing up a shot is Jacob Davis for Lexington. And a whistle and a foul is going to be called on Lamarion White. That's his first. And that is the Tigers' first in the quarter. First shot by Davis is off, no good. He missed it. Saunders sits down. Peyton Murphy checks back in. Second shot's good. Lexington now has a 1-point lead with 33 seconds left to go. White dribbles slowly across the timeline. Ian Burdine way over on the left, but content with keeping the dribble up, working against Talley. Davis comes out, dribbles right, left, now to Burdine. 10 seconds. Burdine stops. 12-foot jumper off, no good. Rebound. Ballou, outlet pass to Davis with 3 seconds. Davis goes in, and Jaden Davis blocks the shot to avoid a last-second score, but they're going to call a foul on Jaden Davis.
Yeah, he had to do what he had to do to put him on the line, make him earn it anyway.
Right. As Davis is on the line, shooting two. First shot is good. Now Smith checks back in. Also Saunders and also Hunter Reeves checks in for the Tigers. Smith, Reeves, and Davis are in the blocks for the free throw with 2.3 seconds remaining. They'd like to have a missed shot and another chance, and they did get the missed shot. Rebound taken down, and not enough time to release it to get it down floor. The first half comes to a close, and the Tigers are behind by 2, but looking at the first few minutes of the first quarter, that's an advancement.
Yeah, we'll take it. If you could get it to a 2-point game at the way that we started offensively. And the thing was, we just really didn't get any shots off. It was almost like, football. Your old football coach, 3 and outs, 3 and outs, 3 and outs, and you never really do anything offensively. And they not so much got off to a slow start. We just had a lot of empty sets and turnovers. And then I don't know that we took that many shots that I can remember in the first quarter. But, yeah.
We had a lot of four mistakes. We turned the ball over quite a bit. We cut down on that.
Well, our first point was a free throw.
Right.
And
then we got a 3 after that. And from that point on, it was just a matter of us adjusting to what Lexington was doing defensively. And after that first quarter timeout, things changed dramatically. As a matter of fact, we outscored Lexington 16-9 in the second period.
Yeah, it was a good time for the quarter to come to an end, regroup, kind of played at their intensity level because they were really getting after us in the first quarter, and we wasn't quite meeting their intensity level. And then in the second quarter, things started falling.
Well, they had buckled down. They almost shut Burdine out of the game until then. And then when we started to score without him, they began to back off him, giving him some room, which is the indication he scored 7 points, and all 7 of them were in the second period.
Yeah, you gotta give him some help, and we're battling, we're playing hard. They're good too, and they're playing hard. The officials let them play, and so what we were up here going foul. Well, we were doing the same thing to them on the opposite side. Of course, we don't yell foul on that, but
of course,
it's been a very physical matchup between these two teams. That's why they've each won a game. That's why this is a rubber match, and that's why it's a 2-point game here at half.
21-19 halftime score. Let's take a pause for a word for our gracious sponsors, and we'll come back with more right here from Lexington, Tennessee. (21-19) the halftime score of Hardin County Tigers versus Lexington, with Lexington on top by 2. Lady Tigers win earlier this afternoon, 53-38, over Chester County. And we got a chance to talk with Coach Pipkin for quite a while in the break room. And it was an interesting talk.
Yeah, it was good to talk to her. She's been a long-time coach. She was a really good player at Union University and in her high school days too. An old alumnus, I guess, me being at Union as well. little bit before her, but
Tell the truth, a lot before her.
Interesting conversation with her and about her team and about what she sees with, our kids and moving forward. She kind of mentioned something, that we've talked about many times, really on both sides of the floor. She's got an older team, but from a playing standpoint, a young team. And we've seen that before, too, in high school where you'll have a couple of really good junior, senior classes. And then by the time that sophomore gets up there, they're juniors, and they hadn't had a whole lot of experience.
It's a delicate combination that has to be put together to keep a consistent flow of talent ready to produce for the score that you need to win. And, if they either peak out too early or they don't get enough playing time in their early part and they never actually get to fulfill their potential. It's a delicate mix, and I coach boys and girls for a long time, and it's definitely a different game altogether. But if you know her, you'll know she'll come back.
Yeah.
And she's a fierce competitor.
Yeah, she likes for her players to be physical, and she said that's kind of been an issue for them.
Yeah.
This year, she's had a lot of good players come through there. But
all right, let's look at the scoring here in the first half. Leading scorer thus far in the game right now is Marquand Talley, who came off the bench, has 7. He is followed by Jacob Davis with 5. Donovan Blue only 4 in the first half. That's significant. Cameron Gordon had 2. Daniel Villatoro had 3. And that's it. For the Tigers, leading scorer right now is Jackson Burdine with 7, followed by Jaden Davis with 5. Peyton Murphy had a 3. Lamarion White has 2. Corbin Smith has 2. And that's about all there is to that. But tight game is going to be tight all the way. Be sure to stay with us here on K93. We'll take a quick
real quick before we take a break, I want to mention, I hadn't done that yet. In the morning, we're having our Sports Talk Spring Sports Special starting at 9 a.m. We'll be live from Tiffany Jones Realty. And we'll have a whole host of guests. Baseball will be in, track, soccer coach will be in. The voice of Tiger Baseball, Greg White, will be with us. And, of course, we'll have basketball recap as well. So a lot going on tomorrow. That will be at Tiffany Jones at 9 a.m. in the morning. And we've done this every year for the last, 3, 4, 5 years. So be a lot of people there, a lot of talk about what's ahead for Hardin County Tiger High School spring sports.
And don't forget the Mull Champagne brunch that you're furnishing.
Oh, yeah, drop by.
All right, it's about time to get started. We were going to take a break, but we're going to just keep it here because the Tigers are already out on the floor. And their horn will be blown to get Coach Fitch to allow his team off the bench. Finally, they disperse. We'll be back in action. Don't forget, Tigers just down by 2 now. Lexington does have the basketball to begin the third period of play.
They get a quick stop right here and fire 3 up, get a 3 and get ahead in this game, and turn the momentum.
Sounds like a plan. Villatoro goes on the left wing to Patterson. Now on the right side to Davis. Davis eyeing inside, trying to get it to Blue. He's blocked in by Davis and Smith in the lane. Now Gordon has it on the right to Blue. Over to Patterson. Now to Villatoro in the corner now on the left side to Davis. Back out to Patterson. Right to Gordon. Patterson in the circle. Bounce pass in the corner. A 3 is off by Davis. No good. Blue and Murphy fight for it. Blue wins the battle. To Patterson on the left. Patterson tries to go in the corner to Davis, but it's batted out of bounds by Burdine. So Villatoro on the right side. Down to Davis on the baseline. Back outside. Patterson for 3. Missed it. Rebound Smith. Corbin sweeps it away, gets to Davis. Davis finds it split in a double team, loses the ball as he goes in, and there's a whistle.
I think
and
he was
foul
helped
call.
losing it, yeah.
Foul called on Patterson. I'll show that as his third, if that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
And it will be a third foul. Inbounds to Davis. Davis for three on the right. He got it. Davis, Jaden Davis starts the third quarter off.
Well, just like
with
I
a
said.
bang. He got the plan.
Yeah.
Tigers lead for the first time tonight, 22-21.
Goodness.
Here's a shot in the corner as I speak. And Davis puts up a three on the right side and nailed it. So it's 23-22 now. On the left side now to Burdine. Burdine, baseline jumper, in and out, no good. Ballou on the rebound. Villatoro down the corner to Davis, to Ballou. Now Ballou's in the lane. He's going to travel with the basketball.
Yeah. Coach Fitz doesn't agree, and I don't know that he did, but I'm glad he heard me and called it.
We'll give you credit for that one. Mark that one down.
Yeah.
Burdine goes on the left side. Murphy to Davis. Davis with a three. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Ballou. Outlet pass down to Davis on the other end. He'll try the three. Missed it. Rebound. Patterson and Ballou butt heads inside. The ball squirts out. Give it to the Tigers in the backcourt. 5:51 left to go third. Tigers down by one, 23-22. We said it was going to be close. So Burdine has it on the right side. Was given the three, doesn't take it. Davis takes the three, missed it. Rebound. Murphy snatches it away from Ballou. Gets it out now to Davis. The Tigers will have another shot. Burdine in the paint, stops. 12-foot jumper, missed it. As he was leaning forward, but a whistle and a foul is going to be assessed. Davis. That's Jacob Davis, his first.
They must have went in there and regrouped and said, okay, we let them play. Now we're going to call it a little tighter here in the second half.
First shot by Burdine's good. That gives Lexington a 1-point lead right now.
No, it's tied.
Oh, I tied it up. Okay. Slow scorekeeper. Now the Tigers have a 1-point lead. Burdine hits both. He's got 9 tonight. And it's 24-23 Tigers. The right side to Patterson. Baseline to Davis. He drives in. Squirts a little jump shot inside. It's off, no good. Corbin Smith with the rebound. Out now to White. To Davis. Davis to Jackson on the right side. Jackson goes one-on-one with Davis. Goes underneath. Scores. Beautiful shot.
Take that all night long.
By Burdine. And it's 26-23. Tigers by a tray. On the left side. Down in baseline to Davis. To Gordon. Villatoro in the circle. To Patterson. To Davis. He tries to drive down the lane, and there's going to be a whistle and a foul called, I believe.
It's going to be on Corbin.
Corbin, yeah.
That's one of those things where he's going down the baseline and actually turns in and bumps Corbin, and then
the foul's on Corbin.
And then he falls out of bounds like he had been hit with a sniper.
A little like a flop, huh?
Yeah.
Anyway, into the game comes Stanley. Out comes Corbin. Now to Patterson as Lexington works the perimeter. They go to Ballou on the baseline. Into Davis. Davis jumper off. No good. Off the glass. Rebound controlled by White. White to Burdine. Burdine fakes a three. And then heads into the lane. Splits a double team and scores.
Skied over
shot. What a shot by Jackson Burdine. They just took those points away from Lexington. And it's a 5-point Tiger lead now. Villatoro on the left side of Gordon. Down underneath the Ballou. Ballou slides left to right. Lays it up and in.
We're trying to get some charges drawn, but they're not going to do it. That's a good, strong move by Ballou.
All right, a 3-point lead now for the Tigers. Now to Burdine as Talley wants to give him Gordon wants to give him a three, and Burdine instead tries in the lane, goes up for a shot.
Man.
He is going to be jammed up inside. A whistle and a foul is going to put Jackson Burdine on the line. And the foul is going to be on. It's going to be on Villatoro.
Yeah, he was just kind of in the way. Jackson already made his move, got one guy out of the way, Talley, and then wheeled into him.
First shot's good. Second shot on the way. We'll give the Tigers a 5-point lead. There you go. And so it is now 30-25. Tigers on top. Patterson has it on the right wing on the offensive end. Eyes the three, instead goes to Davis on the baseline. And he gets it back out now to Patterson, around the horn to Gordon. Under to Davis on the left side. Turnaround jumper from 8, and it's good.
He's tough around that baseline. That's what he likes to do, is kind of hug that baseline. Be
he and
sneaky
Ballou
down
both
there.
like that baseline. As White goes into the lane, gets it over to Stanley. Eam will get it to Davis. Davis back to White in the corner. He penetrates and shoots it back to Davis. Now to Burdine. Burdine, reverse pivot, catch Davis charging. Goes under for the, what a shot. What a shot by Davis. He went reverse layup underneath and laid it up and in. Wow. And Lexington now trails by 5 to Ballou on the baseline. Here's Davis. Shot won't go. Got his own rebound, goes under. Tries to spin a shot up, and it won't go, but he's going to go to the free throw line.
They're going to get Jaden.
And Jaden indeed gets his second foul.
Yeah, that rebound just went into no man's land, and that's where Davis was.
First shot by Jacob Davis is off, no good. Tiger lead is 5. In comes Saunders, out comes Saunders and Stanley. Back in comes Corbin and Murphy. They missed both of them.
Golly,
rebound Patterson. Swings it outside now, and a jumper in the lane's off, no good by Davis. And Jaden Davis for the Tigers with the rebound. He goes down the floor, goes to Murphy in the corner for 3. He got it. So Peyton Murphy makes Jason Fix go uncle with a 35-27 lead here with 1:56 remaining. Timeout on the floor. Timeout Lexington. We'll be back in 30 seconds. So Lexington called timeout after that 3 by Murphy. And the shot by Davis before was just unbelievable. So Davis for Lexington on the right wing, out to Patterson, head of the key. Back to Davis. Now Patterson's going to try the 3 and knock the bottom out of it. That cuts the lead to 5 now. 1:30 left to go here in the third period. This is destined to be a barn burner. Smith at the high post right side gets it to Davis. Davis is out to Burdine, shading the left and right at the head of the key to Murphy on the left side. Murphy out to Smith now to Davis. Drives, stops, fires, in and out. Corbin with the rebound, sticks it up and in.
Boy, good strong move by Corb.
So Corbin comes on,
He's made a difference in this team here in the last couple of weeks.
No question about it. Down in the corner to Blue as Lexington works the offensive end. Here's a 3-point up and good by Jacob Davis. And so it's 37-33, 31 seconds left to go in the third period. Now Davis is dribbling way outside. They got Burdine over in the deep corner on the left side. Davis goes to Murphy on the left wing. Murphy drives in the lane, kicks it back out to White. And now there's a whistle and a timeout called with 13 seconds remaining in the third period. Timeout Tigers. Hardin County up 37-33. We'll be back in 30 seconds. I bet we got one of those Saturday afternoon daydreaming plays coming on here that Ryan's been thinking about for years he wants to use.
We just want to keep the ball, make
for
sure
a
they
special
don't get
moment. Murphy has it, 9 seconds on the left wing to Burdine. Burdine goes in the paint, feigns left and puts up the shot. It's off, no good. But with 3.9 seconds remaining, Jackson Burdine is going to the line to shoot two.
Davis just held his hands out. He said, what do you do? And there's nothing you can do when he wants to go to the basket.
Wait for it to come down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Burdine on the line. First shot is up. Got it. Boy, he sort of tempered that iron with that one. But
when he wants to exert himself, I mean, he can take it as strong as anyone.
Second shot off the back rim. Rebound.
Nice.
White takes it up. Missed it. Rebound Blue. At the buzzer. That is the end of the third period of play. Hardin County hanging on to a 5-point lead. We'll take a 1-minute pause here and come back for the fourth. Don't touch that dial now. It's a big mistake. (38-33), third quarter score. Tigers will have the basketball to begin the fourth. And as we said earlier, the marbles are on the table, and right now they're laying right on the edge of the table. And they go to Burdine, the Tigers do, and indeed. Burdine enters the paint, goes outside to Smith, now to Murphy in the lane. 15-foot jumper won't go. Blue on the rebound. Outlet pass now to Talley. Talley takes a long three from the left side. It's off, no good. As Jacob Davis for Lexington gets the rebound. Goes back in the corner. Here's a three that's off, no good, right underneath the Talley. Talley laid it up and in.
Man, just fell right in his hand.
So that cuts the lead to three now, 38-35. Tigers with the basketball. Burdine with most of the players on the right side of the floor. He's on the left. Now he goes to the right side. Davis goes on the left. Passes White and somehow or other dribbled it on his foot.
Yeah.
And it will be Lexington basketball. In the background, in the backcourt that is, with a mistake there. Now the Tigers will drop back on defense, on to Davis. Davis down to Blue. Blue drives in, is going to run right over Smith.
Well, finally.
And Smith draws the charge.
Coach Fish, he's sitting there going, he's failed like 7 times. And then you call that one. That time he kind of got his elbows up around Corb's neck area.
So Smith pulled that turnover off on his own. And he gets that special prize we were talking about earlier.
Just keep trying.
Those turnovers. So Smith at the free throw line, outside to Davis on the right side. Davis stops in the lane, goes to Murphy. Murphy retrieves the ball at midcourt. Now over to Burdine. Burdine in, splits a double team, goes up for the shot, blocked by Ballou.
Boy, what a move, what a block.
That's some good basketball right there. Pearson to Ballou at the free throw line. Now there's a three off the left side. It's off no good. White and Smith out there for the rebound. Also down in there, I believe, is Ballou. If they ever get off the top of him.
Yeah, it's their possession.
And it will be their possession on a held ball. Murphy checks out. In comes Saunders. So they'll inbound it. Here's a three-point shot put up. It's off no good. Davis under for the rebound. Fades away, lays it up with the left hand, and he got it.
Boy, he wanted that with authority.
So, 38-37. Tigers up by a point. There's a reach-in foul is going to be called on Talley. Not going to be enough for free throws, but it will give the ball out to Hardin County at midcourt. 6:01 left to go in the game. Tigers up by a point. Or rather, by a point. Down to Davis. Davis goes underneath, gets it under to Smith. Smith goes up for the shot. Got blocked under there. Outlet pass out now to Talley. Down on the end line to Davis. Davis goes up for the layup. Missed it.
Wow, what a break.
So, down the floor come the Tigers.
Got to make them pay here.
Now White with it, left wing to Saunders. Saunders to Burdine. Burdine stops. Tries to pass it down under to Saunders. Goes right into the hands of Villatoro. Villatoro out to Davis. Davis drives down, goes in for the shot. He missed it. And he's laying on his back outside the end line there.
I'll tell you what, you go in that paint area, there's just people waiting to swat you in there.
Right now the Tigers are up by 1, and Davis can tie that right here. He does. We're tied at 38. $5:19 left to go. He got them both. Lexington takes the lead. 39-38. Lots of time left. Burdine dribbles slowly across, goes on the right side, stops, jumps, missed the jumper, rebound. Smith in the corner. He'll have it batted away by Davis, who came underneath him and knocked it out of his hands.
That's a good hustle play by Corb, too.
And I think it hit a couple of north side players over there, waiting for their game to start in a little while. Here is a inbounds pass to Davis. Davis stops on the right side, puts up a three. They called a foul on
Jaden
Davis. Okay, pushing off.
That's his
prior
third.
To the shot. That's his third. And Lexington will take it out in the backcourt. Villatoro dribbles across the timeline. Tigers in the zone. On the right side to Davis. Davis down to Pearson. Out now to Talley. He drives in the lane. Had it blocked by White. Stick back, however, is up and good by Pearson. And now it's 41-38. Lexington on top by 3. Timeout on the floor. Timeout Hardin County, 4:28 remaining. Tigers down by 3. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Four minutes, 28 seconds left in the season of one of these two teams. Unless, of course, there's overtime. Murphy will inbound it for Hardin County. Goes down to Burdine on the baseline. Burdine pushed by Davis there. Goes across the lane to Davis. Davis drives under. Puts up a shot. It's off no good, but he's fouled. And the foul is going to be on Pearson. His first, team's third, and Jaden Davis, a fair to Midland free throw shooter, missed the first one. And that was the Midland part.
That's
your better's coming right here.
Yeah, we got to make free throws. Get in there.
Second shot, yeah, what'd I tell you? So, 41-39, 2 points dividing these two teams. Lexington right now holding on to the lead. Now to Davis in the corner for a long three. And Jacob Davis filled her up with a capital F. Tigers come down. White goes to Davis. To Saunders. Saunders stops his right motion down to the whistle. And they're going to call an offensive foul.
That's going to be on Corbin,
yeah.
Yeah, they kind of threw a hip out there, gave him a hip check. That's where the call came from.
Yeah, I noticed it was away from the ball. It will be now Lexington's ball in the backcourt. Davis goes to the floor. They're going to call a foul.
That's his fourth.
Their Davis goes to the floor, and our Davis gets a foul out of it.
Yep. He's got to be careful.
And that is 4 on Jaden. 3:44 left to go. Villatoro to Jacob Davis.
Yeah, that's his fifth.
And Davis, I'm afraid Jaden Davis is done.
Yeah, I just said he had to be careful. And
he just fouled out.
Man.
Not a happy camper right now. To the line goes Jacob Davis to shoot 2.
Well, you got to know you got 4. I mean, I know you're playing hard, and he's a lot better to us on the floor for sure.
All right, it's 44-39 right now. Lexington up by 5. He hits these 2, and the first one's good.
He's been a killer to us here in the fourth quarter. He's a good player.
Got them both. So, it's 46-39. Timeout on the floor. Timeout Lexington. We'll be back in 60 seconds. All right, 46-39. 3:38 remaining here. Tigers have the basketball in the backcourt. Now to Burdine, drives in, stops, fires, missed it, rebound, Blue.
Dog.
To Villatoro.
Well, we just can't get anything going offensively.
Right now, outscored 12-1 in the fourth quarter. Now to Davis, who's dribbling out toward midcourt. 3:14 on the clock now. Davis goes right to Talley. Then gets it back in the corner on the right side. Back out to Villatoro. And the Tigers are probably going to have to start fouling here in a minute. Blue crosses the lane, has it ripped away by Saunders. Over to White. White is off to the races, goes underneath. Up for the shot. He scores, and he's fouled.
Saunders is hurt, man. He took one right in the mouth.
And Jacob Saunders has still been over with hands on his knees at midcourt.
Yeah, they're going to have to hold up a minute. Boy, he took a shot right in the jaw.
That or the throat. I hope he can breathe. Yeah, he seems to be shaking off all right. They're going to go ahead. That's going to put White on the line, who hit the basket, will also have a free throw coming to him. And cuts the lead to 4 now. And Patterson gets it over to Talley. Talley in the corner to Ballou. Now to Patterson on the right wing. Back outside to Talley, who's at the head of the key. Left side now. Over on the toward the left corner, it's Villatoro. Back to Davis. He drives in, puts it off the glass, no good. Followed by Ballou's no good, but he gets another follow. He scores, and he's fouled.
Well, Lamarian can't do anything with him. I mean, he's got good 4 inches over him. Yeah, when he jumped, so he just did the best he could.
That's the third foul on Lamarian. To the line goes Ballou for the three-point play, and he got it.
We ain't got any answer for him when Corb's out.
2 minutes and 16 seconds. Over to Murphy for 3. Crawls across the rim, falls off. Rebound, Patterson. 2:01 now. Down under to Ballou. Ballou goes up against Stanley. Puts up the shot. Off, no good. Rebound, Murphy. Nice play under there by Ian Stanley. Murphy into the corner. Patterson had it. Now it's a loose ball. Murphy comes up with it. Gets it to Ballou. Ballou off to Davis. Davis will take it to the glass and score. 51-42 now. 1:33 remaining. With it now is Murphy at the free throw circle. Gets a quick pass under from Burdine down on the deep corner on the left side. It's squirted out from Saunders, who had it for just a second. And now it's knocked out of bounds. Touch last by Lexington. Give it to the Tigers with 1:21 remaining. Corbin checks back in. Ian Stanley will sit back down. Burdine will inbound it to Smith. Left side to White. Now to Burdine. 1:15. Burdine stops at the free throw line. Goes back out to Murphy. Now to Saunders. To Burdine. Burdine goes against Ballou. Instead, gets it off to White. White goes under.
Goodness.
I don't know exactly what happened under there because there was a crowd in front of me. But there's a whistle and a foul call.
He got hammered, but I was just watching what they're doing defensively. They have switched Ballou out on Jackson, which leaves the middle real vulnerable in there.
White will go to the line to shoot 2. Yeah. Missed the first one.
Got a timeout.
Timeout on the floor. Timeout Hardin County. 1:02 remaining. Tigers down 51-42. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Marion White is on the line to shoot the second half of a 2-shot penalty. Tigers call timeout. Settle everybody down. It comes down to this. 1 minute, 2 seconds remaining. Tigers down now by 9. White can cut it to 8.
Fixing to see some free throw shooting here for the next minute, too, I imagine.
Shots off, no good. Rebound, Ballou. He's eating us up. Now, across to Villatoro. Down to Davis underneath to Patterson. Back outside to Talley. Talley under to Davis. Davis is going to be fouled by Smith. And Corbin sort of slapped him across the arms there. And to the line will go Jacob Davis, who has 23 points tonight. Free throw line, first shot is off, no good. A little streak of light right there with 48 seconds left. Second shot is good, and it rolled twice before it fell in. 46 now as White goes across the timeline. Over to Murphy. Now to Stanley. Stanley to Burdine for 3. Missed it. Rebound is Pearson. Pearson to Davis. Davis on a dead run down the floor. Gets it to Ballou.
Goodness gracious.
Ballou goes up for the shot. He missed it, but there's an intentional foul call.
Oh, that wasn't even close. Good Lord. I mean, he just tapped him from behind.
And that's going to put Ballou on the line.
Well, if you're going to do that, then you might as well just hammer him. But anyway.
Shoot 2. First one's up, and it's good.
Goodness.
Any hope the Tigers had pretty well got squandered on that call.
Yeah, they're going to get the ball too.
And it will be Lexington's ball under their own basket.
Yeah.
With 26 seconds remaining. And
well, the first and the fourth have not been good to us. We were really good in the middle of this game.
Now to Davis in the lane. Out to Ballou.
We're just going to let them run
Tigers pretty well content
to
let it run out. 16 now. Patterson holding the ball at midcourt. Not the end I expected.
No.
But it all boils down to that fourth quarter.
Yeah, it does. Well, that in the first quarter getting behind.
Well, you go in leading 4 points at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah.
You know, you got to blame it on the fourth quarter. 16, actually 19-4 in the fourth quarter.
Jaden fouling out there with about 4 or 5 minutes to go. That didn't help things. Ballou is not the one that killed us. It was Davis. He really played well. We did exactly kind of what we wanted to do. We were playing kind of a soft zone, letting them shoot over the top of us. They hit a few. They missed a bunch. We kept Ballou pretty much at bay. How many did he have tonight?
Ballou had 10.
Yeah, and last time it was 11. I mean, we've done our job on him, but
Jacob Davis did. He's a senior, and he's
good.
He took it away from us.
Yeah,
he scored 11 points in the fourth quarter alone.
We just could not get a shot, 3-point shot, fall for us, and then those baskets that Burdine was making earlier, and all of them going to the basket, just started not falling. Ballou decided, well, I'll play defense, and had a couple of blocks in there. But, it was a good season. It was a fun season. Had some injuries on the team that cost us a game or two, but they played really hard, and it was an uphill battle being here on Lexington's home floor and trying to get in a play-in game to move on. Just didn't happen.
53-42, the final score. Looking at scoring, as we said, Jacob Davis for Lexington led all scorers with 24. He was followed on the Lexington side by Donovan Ballou with 10. And then it's kind of spread out. Marquand Talley came off the bench and added 3 threes that helped a lot. And Daniel Villatoro had 3. Cameron Gordon had 2. Eli Pearson had 2. Grant Patterson had 3. And that about wraps it up for them. For the Tigers tonight, leading scorer is Jackson Burdine with 16. He's followed by Jaden Davis with 11. Moving down the line there, Peyton Murphy had 6. Lamarion White had 5. Corbin Smith had 4. And there's your 42. So 53-42 the final. Tigers end their season. But there's joy in Mudville to an extent. The Lady Tigers are moving forward. They win 53-38 tonight over Chester County. And have got a juggernaut tomorrow at 3.
Yeah, it'll be a tough game for them, but, anything is possible. And they played well this afternoon. Need that same type of effort. It's an uphill battle, obviously. But you get that same type of effort, get them in a close game, and then who knows what might happen. And, they put their gym shoes on just like we do. And so, anyway, I was just told, too, by Matthew Smith, our athletic director, that since we're getting into the district now, they don't want us streaming, so that won't happen tomorrow at 3. Not because of us, it's because of TSSAA. So, no streaming, but we'll be on radio.
There you go. We'll be right here on time and ready to go. I do want to recognize the seniors who played their last game tonight. I think thanks to them for our hard work for 4 years. Peyton Murphy, Gabe Eliff, also Jacob Saunders, Ian Stanley, Hunter Reeves, and Garrett Sipes all will be hanging up the jerseys this time. So thanks to them. Obviously thanks to the coaches, Ryan and Nick and Todd, who worked feverishly to make this team better, and they did a good job. They just ran up against a hard fourth quarter tonight and couldn't pull it out.
Yeah. Well, that's where they're ones in the fourth, and Lexington turned it up a little bit, and we just couldn't match it. And here we are.
All right, 53-42, the final score. You got anything you want to add?
Just remember Spring Sports Special tomorrow on Sports Talk at 9 a.m. We'll have a bunch of the coaches in. It'll be a big day, big morning. We'll give you a preview of some of the spring sports that are going on. And, of course, we'll talk with Coach Geyer and Coach Kirk about recapping Hardin County basketball from today. So, anyway, big day tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to coming back and coming back. Coming back is a word I was trying to over here and see what happens.
Again, thanks to our sponsors. Thanks to all the people at the station, as Clark and Ashton, the hard work they've done. We'll be hearing from them tomorrow. But obviously, thanks to the listeners. Thank you for staying with us here. And I guess that about does it.
Well, we had Michael here tonight doing the game after ours.
Right.
Now we see Alex Hardin over here and Chuck Patton over here. I mean, it's got all kind of officials from around the area.
It's old home week.
We may just stay here and yell at them for no reason.
I can yell at Chuck for lots of reasons.
Yeah. I imagine he gets yelled at for many reasons.
He's a good man.
Yep.
All right, listen, does it for us here. We'll be here tomorrow at 3 as the Tigers go into battle to extend in District 12 AAA basketball tournament. So be sure to join us. For Steve Carnell and my good buddy Steve Smith, I'm Bill Sharp saying good night, Tiger fans. Have a good weekend.